Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast in a game between Mouse Sports' Mana versus Sjow here on Tal'Darim Altar. Game 1 in what I believe to be a best of 3 series as Game 1 gets underway. Mana spawning as the green Protoss player, meanwhile Sjow spawning as the blue Terran. This is going to be cross spawns here on Tal'Darim Altar, so no one's really going to have that much of an advantage, as there's not going to be any crazy weird positioning, as whatever one advantage one player has, the other player has that same advantage as well. We'll see what these players will try to go for. Mana, a very well-known Protoss player in Europe. Meanwhile, Sjow, I believe, is also in Europe. Hopefully, I'm not getting that all of that out of context as Game 1 does get underway, and we'll see what the strategies will try to be. Now, Tal'Darim Altar, a rather large map where your natural expansion is pretty easy to take. You can see that the expansion is right over here, and there is a rather wide choke point. What's really important about this map, though, is that this ramp here doesn't actually... the ramp here is actually strangely positioned in that if you want to try and guard the high ground, you need to try to guard this position here, but then you expose yourself to an alternate entrance and an alternate choke point here. A lot of Protoss players and a lot of Terran players just try to wall off here or set up their defense here. Against Zerglings, they may put bunkers down here and here to try to cover themselves. Mana opting to build a pylon rather close or behind his mineral patch here. Not quite sure what this is about. We'll see perhaps if he does try to hide some tech. He is building all of his buildings rather close to home. Meanwhile, Sjow is being very aggressive. Now, in a map like Tal'Darim Altar, you may feel that it is pretty easy to perhaps try to do a gasless expansion, but you really have to be careful about Protoss. Protoss, with that warp-in technology, can essentially move home field advantage anywhere on the map. And with that, if there is a very strong 4-gate timing around the 6-minute mark, 6 to 7 minute mark, and you don't have enough bunkers, then that can really throw off the rest of the game, as you may quickly have to GG. Now, we'll see whether or not that will be the case. So far, we are going into one gas play from Mana. I don't see a second assimilator yet, and with that, it doesn't really look like Mana will be able to train that many early sentries. Now we are going into 2 racks play. Perhaps a 3rd racks will be added as well, as warp gate tech is finally started. Mana currently supply blocked, unable to train any more units. It looks like his timing on this is going to be absolutely perfect. Not chrono boosting out that probe, knowing that it would just supply block him more quickly. And now he does have a lot more resources and able to continue to produce a lot of stalkers. Probes, what is this? 3 probes now making their way out, coming in to deal a little bit of damage here before a Marine is even on the field. 1 probe does go down. The 2 probes are now trying to run away. A Zealot off over here. I did not catch this. My apologies. I did not normally expect actually the players to be engaging this quickly. The Marine now being forced to run all the way back. An SCV now retreating. And this is the problem if you try to go for a gas or a command center first. The command center first generally doesn't work. In comes a Stalker. The Stalker now going to get some easy damage. And the Stalker chasing after the SCV. The SCV going to take more damage there. The Zealot now battling up against SCVs. And the Zealot now deciding to back off, as the SCVs are going to be able to get him some easy shots. The Zealot does get taken down by an SCV. You can see more damage still being dealt. Another SCV goes down, as Mana being very aggressive with these double Stalkers. 2 Stalkers now engaging. Sjow is in trouble. Who cares about a 4-gate when you can just train units off of 1 gateway against a very fast expanding Terran? You can see all the damage. SCVs are getting taken out. More SCVs trying to come off the mineral line. Marines need to be trained. Double Marines. And so far, Mana looks like he will be able to deal enough damage here. Perhaps taking down another SCV. It looks like the bunker will complete. And yes, the bunker is now finally complete. And perhaps Mana is just going to exchange shields for damage. No, they're going to simply walk by that there, getting get some easy damage onto some Marines. Another Marine is going to get taken down, but at the cost of a Stalker. This Marine, is it going to be able to run back in time? Yes, it does do exactly that, as the SCV is now going to go once ahead, battle it up. Harvester count 15 to 26. This 1 Stalker causing problems. There is a bunker off over here. The bunker going to cover up both of these sides as well. And it looks like Sjow is going to have enough defense now. So a brilliant executed early aggression, and this is by no means any cheese whatsoever. This was a tactical aggression, being very careful to play pretty much straight up. Stalkers now engaging against SCVs. SCVs gonna fall again. More SCVs getting taken out. And what is happening here? The lower hit point Stalker, very important micro coming in from Mana. Mana showing the importance of micro here, and Mana playing beautifully. Taking a look at the losses, Terran losing 1252 versus 950. Harvester count, or workers killed, 3 versus 15. So, wow, brilliantly played. 3 versus 15. And it is now 2 bases to 2 bases. Mana is able to start chrono boosting out off of his second base. And now transitioning into the 6 gate. So this is going to be a 2-base 6 gate now, following up a very aggressive one gateway pressure with some early probe harassment. 38 probes, 24 SCVs, and Sjow really needs to fortify this as much as he can. You can see the barracks are going crazy, now placing down more reactors. We need to get stim, but instead going for combat shield first. He needs to be training up marauders from the one barracks that does have a tech lab, as the marauders are going to be very effective against those stalkers. Currently, only one bunker, more supply depot is being added. Perhaps Sjow should be going for another bunker here, as he has seen at 43 over 46 food. No, he does need the double supply depots. He needs to catch up tremendously, as we now see even more units warping in. These gateways are ready to change into warp gates. Not quite sure why they are not engaging here, as now force fields come down, and that bunker never stood a chance. 2 force fields, no SCVs able to repair. Guardian shield now causing problems, as more and more units are just simply able to walk in through this front door. SCVs once again engaging, trying to absorb some of that damage. There's a second Guardian shield. The SCVs focusing down the Sentry. The Sentry very low on hit points, deciding to back all the way here. Mana being very, very careful with these Sentries, and now just going to take down perhaps these supply depots and take out units as they are engaging. Sjow now moving, making his way in. Marines going to engage. Stalkers fighting against Marines. The Marines are in a very tight ball. No stim. Combat shield should be completed in just a second. That will add extra durability to those Marines. But with the Stalkers and so many Stalkers engaging, all we need now is a round of Zealots, and this could go very, very poorly, as Sjow now going to lose some reinforcements. Stalker, Micro, Marines getting destroyed. These gateways have been upgraded into warp gates, and Sjow going to lose some more supply depots here. And Mana with a 40 food advantage, gonna simply try to destroy. Sjow now trying to train up as many Marines as possible. No, the combat shield has been completed, but the Stalkers with that base 1 armor, even without sentries, able to hold their own. And there is the GG. Sjow losing game 1 after Mana with a very aggressive, very aggressive probe rush. So I believe that was sometime around the 3-minute mark. Was that at the 3-minute mark? No, it was at the 3-minute mark. You can see one probe wandering in here. And when does he pull 3 probes off? I didn't even keep track of the minimap, not even thinking that Mana would do something like that. You can see now the probes have been called off, so it is 2 additional probes, and Mana perhaps calculating, knowing what exactly he could and could not do. And now these probes are going to cause a lot of damage. You can see the probes just making their way across the map. They're not Zealots. And as the gateway is the gateway is now just chrono boosting, the first Zealot is on the way. And at the 4-minute mark, these probes were going to cause a lot of problems. Probe harassment taken to the next level here on Tal'Darim Altar. 3 probes forcing SCVs to come off the mineral line. No, I don't even think the SCVs came off the mineral line. 3 probes just causing problems. 1 Marine going to come out. And I don't even think Sjow realized what was happening until he brought SCVs of his own. Probes now trying to engage. The probes are doing a great job engaging. The Marine now taking some damage, and then a Zealot would finally arrive to the party. But the probes did cause enough harassment. It delayed the bunker. as the Zealot was able to get off some easy shots there. The Probe and the Zealot two-shotting that one SCV, and the Probe also moves faster than those Marines. That is the reason why it was able to deal that damage, and now the Zealot and the Stalker came in here, and that's all she wrote. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As I sneeze, maybe I shouldn't have done so much of a recap. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the game, and stay tuned for game 2.